Welcome to The Next Word. I'm your host, Dr. Christine Warnke, and today I have a very special guest, Timon Fleiter, who currently serves as Deputy Business Director of the German International School, Washington, D.C., where he plays a leading role in the school's marketing, strategic development, institutional advancement, fundraising, alumni relations, and community engagement, and external partnerships. With a professional background spanning nonprofit management, international cultural relations, business development, and in the German-American community engagement, he has become an active figure within the transatlantic educational and diplomatic landscape in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Prior to joining the school, Fleiter worked for many years with the Goethe Institute in various roles connected to cultural programming, public diplomacy, and German-American relations exchange initiatives and international outreach. Most notably, he was involved with the landmark Wunderbar Together campaign, the year of German-American friendship in the United States, running from October 2018 through the end of 2019. The nationwide initiative bringing together more than 1,000 events across all 50 U.S. states and highlighted the deep cultural, economic, and educational historical ties between Germany and the United States. Through this work, Fleiter helped support initiatives that emphasize dialogue, cultural diplomacy, international exchange, and the importance of personal connections between communities on both sides of the Atlantic. The values and experiences from this work continue to shape his leadership at the school, and today, inspired by the spirit of the original campaign, Fleiter has developed the school's annual Wunderbar Together Gala into a flagship event celebrating German-American friendship, international collaboration, bilingual education, and global citizenship. Wow. Welcome, Timon. And I'm just so happy to have you here and to be working with a Montgomery County institution like the school.
Thank you very much
so
for
thank
having
you.
me, Christine.
Oh, wow, what a story.
Thank you.
I don't even know where to begin with, But the school's a jewel. I mean, it's sitting in Montgomery County on 35 acres of land.
Yeah,
correct?
We're in Potomac, Maryland, a very picturesque campus.
Yes.
We're at the end of a cul-de-sac, so we're a little hidden away, but we have a very green campus, a nice modern building built in the 70s. So we've been there a little while, much longer than some of the houses around us, but yeah, the kids love it. We have a nice soccer field there too.
You have everything.
And yeah, we have everything.
But you say 70s, but it was really, the school started in 1961.
Yes. So the school was founded in the DC area. First it was in McLean, actually, in 1961. And at that time it was primarily for diplomatic expats in the area. So what was then only, I believe, 33 students grew now into a much bigger school. We're a K-12 institution now with over 560 students and growing.
Right.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And the composition of the student body, I mean, you're wanting to increase the diversity.
Yes. Well, it's in our name. We are truly an international school. And actually looked it up this morning. We represent over 34 nationalities,
really?
Which is
wow.
all over the world. And what really unites our community, our student body, our parent body, our teaching body is the love of the German culture and the interest in the German language. So
right.
We have some families, some American families where both parents have no prior German experience that send their kids to our school. And of course, we have the diplomatic families from the embassy and military families as well from Virginia. Of course, with all the other leading institutions in the area as well.
Well, you have but you're building on that. So you said 34 nationalities across the board?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And what we see now, a growing number, especially from South America and Hispanic families, from Europe as well, of course. The German school system, there are actually over 130 German schools across the not the United States. There are over 130 German schools across the world. So we even have some, for instance, we recently had a exchange trip with a German school in El Salvador.
Oh, really?
So our students got to visit their school, and their school got to visit our school. So they're really, truly all over the world, and they're known for a very high-level education, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
And how does the school though balance? Of course, again, this German, the German educational roots with the rest of the community, because it is a balancing. I mean, obviously, but it's very enriching.
It is very enriching, and it's really the love of the culture. Learning about different cultures that really connects us, right? We are truly bilingual, so classes are taught in English and German, but it's really the love for the language and the interest in the German culture that really unites all of us, and not only through our teachings in our classroom, but also through our community events where we also invite the greater community to our campus.
But what percentage of the student body really comes in speaking German? Is it, would you say it's 50% or?
Oh yeah, so we definitely are over 50% there. We actually have set up now a fast track program for students that have no prior German experience. And we offer that up to the 5th grade. So if you have a student that has had no German experience, language experience, kindergarten through 5th grade, we take them on and they go through a separate program that helps them with the German language to catch them up to a native speaking level, where they then can join the regular curriculum after the 5th grade. We do say 5th grade, though, because it is a tough curriculum, and above that, there would have to be some evaluations made, but that's what we can offer at the moment.
But that's amazing. I mean, that's, because it's very rigorous, and
yes.
You do have also bilingual, obviously, students, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Most of our students don't only speak German and English, they speak 3 or 4 languages.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you offer 2 diplomas, so let's talk about that.
Yes.
So that's kind of unique.
Yeah, it's definitely unique, and it's one of our major selling points, right? So, of course, we are in the United States in Montgomery County, so we offer the American high school diploma. But beyond that, we offer the German International Abitur, the DIA, Deutsches Internationales Abitur, which allows our students to study in Germany, German-speaking countries, in a much more direct way. Much easier, actually, also than the International Baccalaureate.
Okay, that is. And they can then apply to universities all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and especially, in Germany, we have, I would say, 98% of our students that actually go study abroad, which is the whole point of our school, because we educate global citizens. So after they graduate here, most of them go abroad. And of course, Germany has a fantastic educational system, as you know. And of course, there is an added benefit too, that it comes at a much lower cost than here in the United States.
Right, yeah, absolutely. But what are the major, you saw over the last several years that you've been, of course, working there, and what you've heard over the last, certainly 6 decades, the turning points in terms of the development, with the changes, the big changes that were made to attract a wider student body.
Well, I mean, that's really where my work comes in too, right? Because I focus a lot on the external affairs of the community. And when I first joined 3 years ago, I quickly realized that, what we have there is a really great core, right? And for me, I thought, oh, well, it's a little sad that we are stuck behind our kind of walls in Potomac, Maryland.
Mhm.
We have to open this up, and we have to make it more well known, because there is such a keen interest in the German culture in the United States,
Is it?
especially here in Washington, D.C.
Is there? Yes, right.
Our community is very small, but I'm sure you've known,
Yes.
you meet people all the time, oh, my grandfather was from Germany,
Mhm.
or, you know, my grandmother,
Mhm.
my aunt, my brother is studying there right now. So there's always this connection that people do seek. So
That's
if we can
interesting.
open up our campus, for instance, for our traditional German Christmas market, or for our Oktoberfest,
Mhm.
that is the personal connection that really does make the difference, and helps with the cultural
right.
interaction.
Because there is a small community here in Washington,
Yes.
D.C., relatively small compared to
Yeah,
the Midwest,
yeah,
let's say.
yes.
Do you get students from across the country? Have you gotten that kind of exposure?
The exposure that we get from students that do come across the
Mhm.
country are, for instance, from students that have started at a different German school within the United
Okay.
States. So they might come from the West Coast, or from the Midwest too. In Chicago, we have one. So there is definitely that exchange within our network. Of course, DC is a very international city, so when people start to move here, yeah, of course, you know, they come from all over the United States, and of course from all over the world. We have our expat families and our local families, and they join in a very happy unison community.
No.
Yeah.
And the student body, again, is about close to 500?
We have a little over 560 students, yeah.
And K through 12.
Yeah.
So that's pretty intense. And I've heard you have a tremendously, accomplished and professional teaching staff,
Oh, yes.
which
Well,
makes the whole, you know.
Yeah, of course. You know, our teaching staff is very engaged, and we have some that have grown with the school as well, that have been there
Mhm.
quite a while and are very dedicated to the school. And then we also have some staff that gets sent over from Germany,
Yeah, right.
actually, that gets funded by Germany to teach here
Right.
in the United States. So those are fewer than our local teachers, of
Right,
course,
Right.
but with a rigorous curriculum
Very
that
rigorous.
requires, of course, very highly educated and dedicated staff
Absolutely.
members as well. Yeah,
It's
of course.
a huge, I mean,
Yeah, that are very passionate about what they
they
do.
have to be very passionate.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Not only in the classroom, but outside as well.
And
I've been part of some very nice projects now that are STEM Mint related,
Right.
like the Authentic STEM
Right,
program.
Right. Yeah.
where
Those are talk
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
In fact, we're going to take a short break and
Sure.
we'll come back and talk about the STEM project because you all have a tremendous STEM program.
Yes, we
so-
do.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So we'll be right back. You're watching The Next Word, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to The Next Word. Our guest today is the Deputy Business Director, Timon Fleiter, who was a dynamic member of one of the most historic schools in our DMV, the German International School, Washington, D.C. And Timon, I mean, it's a little jewel, as I've said before in my introduction, in Potomac, again, sitting on massive land. And you drive by and you see this beautiful building.
Well, you really have to go down the road to see
That's
it.
true. You have to go down a pretty big road. You're right. But there's so many programs coming out of the
Yes.
school, including your STEM program.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that because it's considered a magnet STEM program
absolutely.
in this area. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually have a whole building dedicated to our sciences. So we have a science building,
Wow.
which is a very nice modern building equipped with whole labs in there and everything. But what is to be known about us is that we are actually the first certified Mint EC school in the United States.
Certified.
Certified. So,
Wow.
and that is for exceptional, achievement in education in the STEM Mint field. So, very hard to get, and we're very proud of that. And especially our science and teaching staff is very proud of that as well.
And what does that allow then for a student who's gone through that? Does it accelerate their ability to go into the technology fields in a very more rigorous way, or what does that
Yeah,
help
absolutely.
them? How does that help them?
Well, it's more than that, right? Because we incorporate our STEM Mint program into the everyday life of a student. And there's a lot of focus on hands-on learning as well. For instance, we have a makerspace where students can go in and create, whether it be coding or 3D printing, anything like that, right? So, and there are actually great projects within our STEM Mint field at the school as well, such as the Authentic STEM project. And that one is very cool because it allows students to interact with outside companies. They go in and find problems, analyze them, and find real solutions, which sometimes these companies actually use. There's no greater mind than a child's mind.
Right,
so
right.
It's a very unique thing, and that is the exact thing you're talking about, right? It's the connection to the
Right.
outside world.
Right.
Yeah.
And companies here in the area.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. For the past couple of years, we've worked with ALSCO. They are professional cleaners for, hospital garments, napkins from restaurants, hotels, sheets, things like that. Crazy facility. I mean, it's really, really interesting to see what goes on in the background.
Yeah.
And then we also have internally a company, Gate Group, whose president for North America is a father at our school, where we got to visit the facilities there too, and that was great behind the look of how airline food gets prepared and how it lands in your seat while you're flying. Yeah.
And they provide a lot of the catering for a lot of the airports in this whole region, correct?
Yes. Well,
And they're a German.
They're a Swiss-based company.
Swiss-based, but they have.
Yeah, but their largest market is, of course, the United States, and second is Germany. Actually.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
So it is.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Actually. Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So with those projects, we send our students out to actually engage with the world, rather than just sitting in the classroom.
Because of the connection, you have a bilingual school in obviously in Washington D.C. And how do the students and frankly the parents interact with the rest of the community? The DMV, because it's interesting how you're unique, really.
We are unique, and I would like to share a nice quote with you.
Okay.
Recently, we had the German Minister of Education from Germany come to visit us, and she, it stuck in my mind. She told our students on stage, and parents in the room as well, teaching staff, that we are all representatives of Germany. Mm-hmm. We are the true ambassadors of Germany.
Absolutely.
Because we represent the German culture and the German language. So that is exactly the answer to your question. We are all ambassadors for Germany and the German culture.
No, it's wonderful. So speaking of the German culture, your journey.
Yes.
Tell me about your journey, because you came from Germany.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I came from Germany in 2001, right after 9/11 actually, so it was a little tougher time to move. Right. My father got an opportunity here, like so many expats, mm-hmm. and we moved to Cleveland, Ohio. And what's, what most expats say is, oh, we're going to come for 2 years and just stay for 2 years.
Right.
That ends up usually
Right.
not being the case. And 25 years later, I'm happy to say that I'm an American citizen now.
Yes,
Which
congratulations.
also
Wonderful.
took a while, yeah,
Right,
but very excited about that. And after living in Cleveland for 6 years, we moved to outside Baltimore, and I came to DC for college at the George Washington University, and I loved
you
the
are.
city, so
Love the
I had
city.
to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, going back to the school though, because it's so uniquely situated, and because of the expansive land that it has, and a lot of times, schools like to expand, and they can't because they don't have the land. They don't have,
Yeah.
What's the vision to expand? Do you think in terms of the next, let's say,
Well,
10 years?
I do have to say, the land that we do have is fully used, right?
It's fully used.
Yeah. It's fully used. We have our building structures, our soccer fields, and there isn't a lot that we can add on per se, unless we start building on top of the building, which I'm not sure we're going to do.
Right.
But what is important to know is that there is, of course, a cost for upkeep as well. So
Right,
while
right.
we grapple with that, which is, where fundraising also takes a large role for the future, we also have to evaluate, okay, maybe it is a smart idea to move closer into the DC area, maybe a satellite kindergarten or something like this, because it does allow more families to have access
Right.
to our school, and that's really important to us.
So that's something that
It
possibly
could be.
could be.
Yeah.
And the German American community, as we've talked about, may not be huge compared to other, ethnic other
Yeah.
groups here in Washington, D.C., but they have contributed a lot, from what I understand, to the school.
Yes. Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to the fact that while it is small in a way, we do all know and work with each other, and we support each other on our projects. So when we have a major school event like our Wunderbar Together
Right.
Gala, often you will find the German companies in the area that will come and represent
Right.
and interact with our community,
Which is
a really, really important factor for us. There are a lot of larger German
there are,
companies
yeah.
in the area, especially Northern Virginia, as you know.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
we do rely on funding from those companies
Absolutely.
as well.
And
Yeah.
you're lucky because you have the German American Business Chamber
Yes.
of Commerce.
Yes.
And they're very active.
They are very active, and they have some very nice events, actually. So we're part of the DGIC, the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce. And we're actually also part of the Greater Bethesda Chamber, which I personally love a lot too, because you get to meet your local Montgomery County businesses.
Right.
So when it comes to, our Oktoberfest, for instance, that's where we get a lot of our vendors from.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Speaking of your Oktoberfest, so you have a date.
We do have a date, and it's a very special date.
What is it?
This year we're doing it on October 3rd, which for the audience, it's German Reunification Day.
Right.
That's when the wall came down. So we're very excited to host it on October 3rd. It also happens to be a very nice other milestone for our Saturday school, the German language courses, the GLC. They are celebrating 50 years this year.
50 years.
50 years.
Wow.
So
It's going to be a big deal.
we're going to have a nice large crowd. It's, of course, open to the public. And it'll be at the German International School. We'll have a nice big tent, lots of vendors from the area. And usually it'll be from around 1 to 6 p.m.
So you have an afternoon.
It'll be a nice afternoon block, not too long into the evening, but a nice festive day with good music and good food, and of course good beer.
And you get good participation from the whole community and from the DMV.
It's a draw. It's a draw.
It's a
you know,
draw,
it's a chance for people to experience Germany while not being in Germany.
Right.
Right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
So you
of
have
course.
tons of beer.
Yeah, we do have, we have everything. We have everything. From beer to some nice bratwurst, everything is there. We have pretzels, and it's a chance for anyone in the DMV to come experience German hospitality.
Well, we hadn't talked about this, but of course, a little bit on the scholarships in terms of what maybe the future plans are to engage more students
Yeah.
that are underserved. That
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are a fully independent school.
Right.
So when we talk about scholarships, it's something that we have to definitely focus on and build up in the future as well. And in that case, we'll need to, of course, grow our endowment as well a little bit. And that all has to do with fundraising, of course.
Right.
So through hopefully engagement with our alumni network as well, which I've built up over the past couple of years too, that is something we can focus on. But apart from scholarships, we of course offer financial aid. And we have a very healthy financial aid budget, actually. So we always encourage people, families, prospective families, to apply for financial aid as well. Yeah.
It's really generous. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. So it's tremendous. As I said before, you're a little, in some ways, an unknown jewel.
Yes. Well, an unknown jewel can become a diamond, or is already a diamond, right?
Very polished, a very polished,
yes,
very polished diamond. So, but I really thank you, Timon, for sharing. And October 3rd, we'll all
see
be
you
there.
I hope so.
Yes, yes, it's exciting. We're going to make sure we get that word out.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you, Timon.
Thank you, Christine. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Welcome. You've been watching The Next Word, and we'll see you next time.